It's the Scott and Steve Show on Lakeland's Lake Effect Radio. Scott and Steve. Scott and Steve.
Hey, we want to welcome everyone back to the Scott and Steve Show. It is Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. We are back to our original time. We're very excited about that. Unfortunately, in our first day moving back, Steve has got tied up with work here a little bit. That darn job thing's in the way, but hopefully.
Are you really sure?
I trust him. I trust Steve. He's a good guy, so yeah, I trust him. I expect hopefully he'll make it up for towards the end. We'll see how things shake out though, but we'll see how it goes. But Jeremiah, you're back.
I think
How
he's
you
more
doing?
sitting down in his office doing this.
Oh, jeez, here we go. Jeremiah has new apps, new all kinds of stuff. So
No sound effects.
new sound effects, so he gets to play. So I think he's happy this semester. So how are you? All right?
Going.
Yeah. Did you have a nice
You
Christmas, holiday, and all that kind of good stuff?
Yeah, the point.
All right. Do anything exciting?
Not really.
Nothing. You did nothing.
If you call, sort of working, sort of going through, getting rid of stuff out in my project.
So cleaning
And cleaning, yeah.
out. Oh, ugh. That's not fun.
That's what I did, what was it, Tuesday now? Go and clean all the furniture and that,
Sure.
having a nice room and that,
Santa bring any gifts?
Yeah.
What was your favorite gift? Do you know?
Bought myself a new drill.
Okay, so did Santa bring you any gifts?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what was your favorite gift from Santa? How about
A
that?
special bottle.
Oh, a special bottle. All right, water. You gotta love water. I see you got a bottle right here today, Nestle
Not that
Pure Life.
kind.
Oh, not that kind. What'd you get?
Shoot. Some kind of bourbon.
Bourbon. Okay, all right. Did you mix it with your eggnog and stuff?
No, I really haven't opened it.
Oh, okay.
yet.
All right. Very good.
Saving it for a special occasion.
All right. Well, there'll be one this year.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
It's going to probably happen
All right. All right. Very good. Very good.
compared to someone else that's not having a special time.
You talking with Mr. Gagliardi? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on with Steve? What's your knowledge of what's going on with Steve? Anything you want to share before he gets here, or you want to hold
His
off?
teams, man, they laid a goose egg.
Yeah, they struggled a bit down the stretch as well, and
But-
across the board. Yeah, they struggled a bit. So yeah.
Yeah, did you hear, he's stocking up on his new, Michigan gear, because they are having a 41% off sale.
That's tough. That's brutal. However, I did read that Jim Harbaugh, he offered a 7th grader a scholarship, is what I've been reading. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I did read that. Some QB middle schooler, he's going there. It's on ESPN.com, what have you.
And you really think, you want to know what I really think of that?
I know what I think, but go ahead, share what you think. Yeah, I think it's crap too. So we'll see how it goes, though. But I actually had a good break. It's unfortunately Steve's not here. I went to the Winter Classic over at break on New Year's Day. So when I went down to the University of Notre Dame, got to see the the Boston Bruins and the Chicago Blackhawks play. A lot of fun. 76,000 people there. It was pretty exciting. A lot of fun. Can't really see the ice from there. I mean, it's too, because of the angles and stuff. So I watched the game on the screen. But the environment and stuff and everything was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. So and the Bruins won, so it made it an extra special day for me anyway. So it was all good. Go Boston. Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics, Patriots, you name it. Go.
Besides that,
Yeah.
the Winter Classic, anything else exciting?
I got to spend time with family, which was always exciting. Spending time with your mom and your mother-in-law, sister-in-law. That was all great. My son made it home, which was good. My daughter, who was in Europe, I was telling that before break, she made it home Christmas Eve. So that was nice. So it was good. It was good to have everyone, see everybody. That's
Any
fun.
special gifts?
Oh, any special gifts? It's funny you
Did
said
Santa
drill.
treat you good this year?
Yeah, it's funny you said drill because I also got a drill for Christmas. Mine is the cord's all mangled a bit, so I got that for Christmas. So I've yet to use it, but I've been told I need to get to work.
Yeah.
So I think
That's my locking mechanism for the bits was going bad on mine.
Okay, yeah. So
And it's not worth the $15 to get a new head because
right.
the thing's like almost 8 years old.
Yeah, mine's older than that, but of course I'm a little bit older than you, so that makes sense from there. So.
Yeah.
I got to mention, speaking of the NFL or not, I'm sorry, college and the drafts and the picks and stuff. There's a lot of quarterbacks transferring around. Ohio State got a new quarterback, Fields, right? Fields out of Georgia, right?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah. So this new rule allowing them to play only 4 games, move in and stuff. I'm not sure if that's the whole gig behind it, but. There's definitely some movement of quarterbacks. So Fields there. With that, the Martell, the Ohio State quarterback, he's going to Miami. So that was
I didn't even know he actually found a place.
Yeah, that was just announced either last night or this morning. Yeah, so he's heading down to Miami, and he's got a couple of buddies there. And interestingly, one of his friends who's currently at USC is also going to transfer to Miami. So I'm wondering if this mobility that they're allowing is going to create, in the NBA, how the friends get together and they kind of create teams. I wonder if we're going to start to see that a little bit in college. It won't be to the same extent because of the sheer numbers of players and that kind of thing. But I wonder if we're going to start to see some of that start to happen a little bit where 2 or 3 guys say, yeah, let's go. Not that it hasn't happened before. I mean, let's be honest. People talk and go from there. But it was just interesting with the transfer.
It's almost like, what was it, November that they released one of the Menor guys that Ohio State was pursuing.
Right.
They sort of found interest in someone else from the Menor team, and
right.
He was talking to him, and they're both going down there.
Yep. That's what happens. Exactly, and that's what happens. So we wish them all luck. I think I personally don't have a problem with it. If they're not playing, want an opportunity to go somewhere, hey, you know what? Good luck. God bless. Good luck, and we'll see what happens to you. But Clemson, they won it all. They smoked Alabama.
What did I tell you? I wanted to see Bama go down.
Oh man, they went down hard. They had no answers for Clemson. Clemson
I found that
looked
hilarious.
Very good. Oh boy, I tell you what, that game, Clemson dominated. I mean, all sides, everywhere. They just and Alabama had no answer at all. It was just absolute blowout. However, Clemson recently went to the White House. And for their annual, they recognize the national champions. They're bringing them in. And what did the president serve? Because remember, partial shutdown, all the chefs, everything are gone. Fast food across the board. He ordered in fast food. Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, pizzas, stuff like that. And he's taking a lot of flack for that online right now as far as that. But I guess he had over a $3,000 bill in fast food just to...
wonder who's covering that.
Well, according to there, he said he paid for it out of his own pocket. Now, I don't know. Certainly I don't see the bills. But I thought it was a very interesting choice giving them fast food. I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent. It's just very interesting.
No, I just find it hilarious.
I mean, but yeah. So you win a national championship, you win a World Series, perhaps. If the government's shut down, if you want some burgers from Burger King, you head to the White House, and you're all good. So yeah, I thought that was great.
It's great benefits to go and try to do that.
Yeah. But we're not going to get into the political aspect of the shutdown. I don't believe in this show, but it does have an impact even in sports. How about that? I don't know.
Jeez.
Got to talk Brownies for a moment. Hired a new coach, Freddie Kitchen. What do you think? Any good, bad, indifferent? Supposed to be an offensive guru, you know what I mean? Not that his teams were phenomenal that he was at, but he's supposed to be an offensive guy. So,
offensive, yeah. I could see giving either Williams him a shot.
Mm-hmm.
But with him, it's sort of the thing, is it too early?
Yeah. That's a good question. I mean, time will tell. I mean, let's be honest.
It's a good 30% I'm sort of sitting on that of, is it too early?
Okay. So you think that they'll have success next year or not?
Huge thing is they have a few people. You got to see, are they going to resign or not? Right. What are they going to do with the draft? What are they going to do with free agency?
Sure.
Like we had 2 corners that are going to be free agent.
Right.
I think someone on the offensive line too.
Right.
It's all on that variable.
Right. From a coaching perspective, they did bring in some guys that have experience in the NFL, so they've got some experienced guys, which is good. It'll be interesting to see how this shakes out. They've had a little bit of success. They've got some money to spend. So I'm curious, quite honestly, if you'll see some better players say, you know what, this team's on the rise, and I want to be a part of that. And athletes who maybe wouldn't think of Cleveland in years past, maybe are that caliber, might start to think about them and say, you know what, this is an opportunity here. I think that they're going in the right direction. So
I think Landry will really try to push it to some people he knows.
Right.
I could see that.
I could as well, and it's going to be very interesting. Now, obviously, in the college ranks this year coming out. Defensively, they're very heavy, very good, very deep defensively, and the Browns could use some defensive players on their line, linebackers, and even in the corner still a little bit. They could use some help. So I think that bodes well for them. I think that really bodes well for them. If they could draft a couple guys that'll be really impactful, it bodes well from that perspective.
They still need, like me looking at this past year, more of the interior D-line.
Correct.
Middle linebacker for sure.
Right. Though they say Clowney might be available.
But they said I thought he was supposed to be looking for a contract from Houston.
Perhaps, but
then now people are saying, well, Antonio Brown's going to be out on the market.
And Bettis, don't forget Bettis. They both will be on the market. I don't want Bettis, thank you, but Antonio Brown would be a heck of a pickup.
But the only thing, you got to look at one aspect of, he's 29, 30?
Yeah, you're not signing for 10 years.
But was Pittsburgh going to, because they have the upper hand.
Sure.
Were they going to make you fork out for him?
My understanding is that he's got like a $21 million contract, something along those lines. Mm-hmm. And they've pretty much come out and said he's not returning. But what you have to get...
But I think he's still under contract.
He is. Yeah, he is. But
I could see them...
He and Big Ben don't see eye to eye, apparently. And so that's going to cause a little rift there.
So he's not worth 2 first-round picks. I guarantee they would go...
I would agree with you there.
I think Pittsburgh, they're going to stay tough on that.
It'll be interesting to see. I think part of it will be salary cap too. How much this salary does it hit? It'll be interesting. I think that he would help the Browns from an offensive perspective. I mean, in my eyes, he's an elite receiver, and with what they currently have, you add someone like that. You add another lineman that can help with the blocking, and then through the draft, get some D guys. You're better, and I think that's will be interesting to see how it goes. Now they hit some magic. Let's be honest, they hit some magic or karma, or whatever you want to call it, the last half of the year where they caught a little bit of fire. Can you pick that up and start again? That's. But
they were not really on fire, but they had some warm streaks of very close some games in the beginning of the year.
For sure. Well, they've had that for the last few years, and things have just not gone their way. It'll be really interesting to see how that shakes out. Yeah, I'm trying to remember in the NFL. I'm trying to remember the name of that gentleman we had come in that also does the sports radio and the other show there. The young kid there. We were talking about Kareem Hunt and stuff.
Oh, Ryan.
Ryan. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Ryan still around?
I haven't seen him yet this semester.
All right, because if he is, Ryan, if you're listening, we want to invite you in. As the Chicago Bears, interestingly enough, have expressed interest in Kareem Hunt. And they said, you know what, we're into giving guys second chances. We think that people deserve a second chance, and we're interested in exploring that possibility.
But it depends on one thing.
Yes.
Can he stay clean and not have issues during this offseason?
No question about that. Yeah, no question about that. But if you recall, the discussion was will he be back? And I'm telling you, he will be back, and it'll be this year because they'll.
But I'm going on one thing: will he stay clean or not?
Don't know. That's not that wasn't the agreement.
Determine on if he's going to come back.
He'll be back. He will be back. I'm telling you right now, he will be back.
$5 if he goes and has, road rage incident or something. He's not going to be back.
He's going to be straight and narrow right now, I believe. He knows he's out, so I think he'll be straight and narrow for a while until he gets himself back in. At least that's my prediction. I think he'll get back in. And wouldn't it be interesting to have a kid from Willoughby South and a kid from Mentor both on the Bears if that were to shake out? I think that'd be interesting. I mean, Kareem Hunt.
It's a lot of if in that.
For sure. For sure. Oh, for sure. But I think it would be an interesting thing. And, I mean, Hunt has the ability to be a phenomenal player. Trubisky, I think, will be a solid player. We'll see.
Especially year 3, yeah.
Right. You would hope. I mean, he had a good year. I mean, he's not a great player, but he's a good, solid player.
Well, he's building to it.
Right. Potentially. Yeah. So that's good. So here we go. NFL. We got the Rams at New Orleans this week, Sunday, down to the Final Four. Rams, New Orleans. What's your thoughts?
I think New Orleans will pull it off.
I do too. It's in New Orleans, and I think New Orleans is going to roll. Now they didn't look so great this past week. They had a week off. I think I don't know. I don't know what. They just didn't. They weren't on. They kind of were out there, and they looked like they hadn't played in a little bit, and they weren't sharp.
But the second half, they really
right.
They got the pedal to the metal.
Right, and so with that, I mean, I think the score might be another 50-48 game, but I do think that New Orleans has the ability and will prevail in that game. So if we can get Steve there, I texted Steve to see if he is able to get us some thought. Wanted to know if he wanted anything. Have not heard back from him as of yet, but we'll see. But Steve, if you are able to listen here, we got New Orleans. If you want to go another way, let us know. Then, of course, we got New England and KC. So I'm going New England, of course. I have to go New England. It's at Kansas City. Kansas City's a 1 seed.
Kansas City,
there you go.
Hot hand.
There you go. KC's they're hey, it would not shock me if KC won the game. It wouldn't. I mean, I think it'll be that close. I'm going New England. Obviously, they're my team. I can't go against my team. You know what I mean? But I do think that New England looked really good this past week, which was nice to see. I mean, it's in Kansas City. The Patriots have not traveled as well as they have done, obviously, at home.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be crappy weather, which I think actually favors New England. We'll see. We'll see. No,
yeah.
Yes, no. It's supposed to be snowy and junky and everything like that. That's New England's weather, man.
But still, you go look at their running backs, and
yeah,
I think they still have a chance, Kansas City, even in crappy weather.
Oh, I think they have a chance for sure. I think this will be a very close game. I don't think it's going to be high scoring because of the weather. When I say high scoring, though, I wouldn't be shocked if it's, mid-20s, though, 28, 26, 28, 24, something like that. They've been there. They mean the Patriots. They've been there several times. The guy who hasn't been there is their running back, Marshall, and he's been phenomenal. I mean, so we'll see.
He's been on some slow.
Yeah, well, he looked good last week, and we'll see.
He sure cost me my fantasy title.
See, so there you go. You didn't win, huh? Who won your fantasy?
Kyle.
I'm sorry, it's not funny. No. That's good. So what did Kyle win?
Nothing.
Okay. All right.
Especially how much of a brat he was during all that whole season.
Okay.
He made the list of not being in fantasy next year. You heard it here first.
All right. There's breaking news. Yeah. So there you go. So anyway, yeah. So you're taking KC. All right. I'll take New England. We already agree on the Saints. So what do you want to put down on that? Slice.
Whatever.
Want to do a slice? Slice pizza.
That works.
All right, slice of pizza on that. Steve, if you want in, you'll have to get a hold of us, or we have to do it via email or something along those lines. But
I should do it by email.
Yeah. Then we have
for
record.
One reason.
So we have records.
So I don't have to go through videos or that, then him telling me that I need to go choke on pizza.
There you go. Well, I got New England. Either way, I've got New England. So that's where we're at there. So, yeah, that would be good. How about Adam Gase going to the Jets? What do you think about that? The coach of the Dolphins, the Jets selected him. That just shocks me. I mean, he's been 500 or a little under in Miami and going up to New York to work with their new quarterback and stuff. I mean, I'm trying to figure that one out.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know that I completely support, understand, can figure that out.
I think maybe he might last 2 years.
Yeah, he might. I mean,
if not less.
Yeah. It was an interesting higher, I guess is the way to say it. But yeah, it'll be.
Whoever thought McCarthy wouldn't even find a landing spot?
Right, that's surprising too. Now, with that, I mean, the surprising part is that obviously he has a lot of experience. He's won a Super Bowl. He's dealt with elite quarterbacks. The quarterbacks he's dealt with, though, have all been experienced too. And I think the interesting thing, and I don't know if this is good or bad, but a lot of the teams are going with as they term it, the quarterback whisperers, if you will. But the younger guys that tend to see the offense in nowadays play. I think it's very, very interesting. A lot of the head coaches are going that way. It's a pendulum in my eyes. For a while they're hiring defensive coaches. Now they're going to the offensive coordinator coaches. I think it'll swing back at some point. It might be another 2 years or so, but I do think it'll swing back as this new crop of quarterbacks. There's been a lot of new quarterbacks the last couple of years. As they get a little bit older, then it's going to be okay. Hey, we need some defense here, and so I do envision the league switching back. And with that, I mean, you got Belichick still going as your ultimate defensive coordinator, head coach. He's still bringing a lot of success there. So it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting.
Even Tom Brady's still going.
Even Tom Brady's going, and I thought
he has to live up the success of the Michigan program.
Well, I tell you.
Too soon?
Not to me. I'm not I'm not a Michigan or Ohio State fan. It makes no difference to me one way or the other.
I know, but you're probably just thinking of mine in the mind, oh yeah, that's too soon.
But Brady's still playing now and playing well. He looked good last week. He's a good quarterback.
He's really dreading. I hate to keep going to make him look good.
Well, we'll see. Steve's he's got to come back here. Steve, we need you back, buddy. When you get in here, come on up. So
the first shots have been fired this semester.
Yeah. Oh shoot. So what else is going on in your little world? Anything exciting?
You got the involvement fair next week, Tuesday, Wednesday.
All right, what's going on in the involvement fair now? That's when all the clubs and stuff, they come out and they'll be in the atrium. What time does that go? Do you know?
10 to 1.
10 to 1. So you come out there, people can come down, sign up, meet people, learn about different organizations. It's really a great opportunity for students to learn more and get involved. And I can't stress that enough, students. Get involved, do something. Develop yourself as a person, as a student, and go out and have fun. A lot of good times with that, so that's good. A lot of good organizations out there.
Then the blood drive, that's what, next Thursday?
I believe so. The blood drive, that's usually held down in the Athletic and Fitness Center. I gave blood last time. I don't know if you're a donor or not, but I expect to go down there and give again.
Or Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday? Okay.
Yeah, 23rd. I remember the date, not the day.
All right. So I'll be giving blood for there as well. So hopefully others consider that as well. In my eyes, it's a worthwhile event. It's good for the community, good for the area as a whole. So give blood and save a life, man. Save a life. Your Lakeland basketball teams have been playing quite well. They play Cuyahoga Community College tonight at Cuyahoga, the Metro campus. The women tip at 5, the men tip at 7. So that should be a nice event. I'm going down to watch them tonight downtown, so I look forward to that. Hopefully our teams continue to play well. I don't know if I can announce yet. I don't know if the rankings have come out yet for the NJCAA. It's either last night or sometime today. I've not seen them yet as of this morning, so I don't know. Yeah, if you go to the NJCAA and then go to basketball and then hit rankings polls, and they'll tell you. But so I can't announce what information I may have on that, but until it's officially released. So we'll wait to see if that comes out. But yeah, so anyway, they play today, and then Saturday they head to Edison. They head down to Piqua, Ohio, and they'll be taking on the Chargers this Saturday. So they're on the road here a little bit, and then they'll come back.
Yeah, well, it's actually impressive. I've been watching them. Or the posts off of Twitter that you guys do and all that.
Yep. Yeah, so they're doing, they're playing well. Go sports, basketball, yep.
Let's see.
He's checking it out right now as we look at it. So, yeah, they got the rankings.
Is that the rankings?
I can't see it from here.
We'll see. Just a second.
All right. Is that this week?
We have 115.
Yep.
Not for the men.
Keep going down.
Oh, it keeps going. Receive votes and that.
Yep.
Not there yet.
Not there, but
it can happen.
The interesting thing is they both, men and women, if they release the men, they release the women as well. Both the men and women are receiving votes this week. So they are on the right path. They both are. And again, tonight is a big matchup with our crosstown rivals, Cuyahoga Community College. So if you're looking for something to do, come down and check them out. You see the women's as well? Yeah, they are, because I'm on the committee, so I know that.
Well, that is the women's.
You know what? That's probably not updated yet. Then that's last week. Must be
last week.
No, that is last week.
Okay.
The new poll must not have come out yet. Must come out later today.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so they both will be in the receiving votes at least from that aspect, is my understanding. So yeah, it's coming. So go Lakers! Good luck tonight, and good luck this weekend. Classes started back up. How you doing with that?
Not bad.
Yeah. How'd you finish up academically? You do well?
Well, last semester, straight B's.
Straight B's?
Yeah.
I thought you were the A man. What's up with that?
Well, I cost myself an A in the one class.
Okay.
Being really dumb. One assignment.
Does that happen?
Yeah. Well, because you can't make anything up or, submit whatever. So I submitted whatever, I had everything on my flash drive, zipped in a file and that. Went home and that before the deadline. Had the folder on my laptop, went and, didn't have all the files in it.
Oh, man. That's
I cost myself an A because of that.
That's brutal. That's tough. That's tough. All right.
Yeah, that was the fourth assignment in that class? Yeah, I screwed my pooch right there and then.
That's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. But, hey, you know what? You learn the information. The GPA isn't the most important thing. Learning the information, getting your degree, getting your diploma, that's where we're at. So
it's like Saturday when the Excel class opened up. I'm already 3 weeks ahead in assignments almost.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, just have one more to do.
Self-paced class? Where you can do
you can.
Yeah.
You don't have to, but...
Right, but it's self-paced. You can do it at your speed, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm almost done with everything up to the February 9th.
Okay, very good. So, is it a 8-week class or full semester?
Full.
Okay, all right. Hey, when you get towards the end, it'll be nice if you're done in March, April for a class that continues on. That helps out a lot, for sure.
Well, especially because I have 2 8-week classes.
Right. Okay.
One this one next.
Okay.
Internet networking. Networking's the second 8 weeks.
Okay. All right.
So.
And what else you taking then?
That's it.
Okay. So you are in what, 6 hours, 9 hours?
8.
8 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, if you're listening, Jeremiah's teachers, if you're listening, work with a young man. He's trying to get through it, so we want him to be successful. So help him out and go from there. But classes are back in session this week. So Friday is the last day to do, or actually it'll be in this week is the last day for a drop at 100%. So make sure you do that. Students, make sure you take advantage. Next week is the 50% deadline. Again, take care of that. Do not let it sit for 3 weeks. If you know you're going to make a change, make the change early. And go from there. All right. We want to wish everyone luck in this semester as we move forward, and I'm sure they will do well.
I feel you.
Yeah, man. Let's switch on to baseball a little bit. It's the hot stove season, in case you've have not heard. And the two biggest free agents are still sitting out there. That's Bryce Harper, Manny Machado. Still have not signed. Now Machado's got a 7-year offer from the Chicago White Sox, still sitting on the table. Has not agreed to it yet, obviously, and they're not sure what other teams are really out there. At one point, the Yankees were thought to be out there, but the Yankees have since filled in with other players. The Phillies obviously are still out there, but they keep saying there's a mystery team, but nobody knows if that's actually true, false, or what have you. Make it up just to drive a price up a little bit. But
I could see not wanting to go to White Sox, so.
White Sox are not ready to be the world beaters this year. They're about 2 years, maybe 3 years away from being very, very good. And the thing about it is this is the time. Machado's available now. So it's either you try to get him now to accelerate your process, and obviously then when your
you
run guys are ready,
guy.
right? That's easier said than done, unfortunately. But yes, but he's out there right now. In my eyes, Machado is a better player than Trout in terms of production. But on the same aspect, Machado, I don't care for his actions, behaviors, and I think whatever team he gets on, he's going to get drilled up and down the league this year for his postseason actions with the cleatings and the cheap slides and everything else like that. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how that shakes out from that aspect. But, they're both out there still, and Bryce Harper, he certainly is a talented player, but honestly, statistically, all right, he hits his 30 home runs, he'll have 100 RBIs, but he's hitting 60, he's been with the Nats for years, and they haven't progressed. There's a lot of people who are thinking that when he leaves the Nats will actually be better off just because it'll take some of that stigma away, the pressure away, or whatever comes with him, it'll take that away. Though the Nats still did offer him a contract at one point. I don't know if it's still on the table or not, but they did offer him a 10-year, $300 million contract, which he turned down. It's tough. It's got to be easy or tough to turn down a $30 million a year contract, average, of course, a $30 million a year contract.
True.
I don't know how you go about doing that, but we live in different worlds is apparently the answer to that. But I'm trying to figure it out right now what that boils down to. So if you go $30 million, let's see here. I'm trying to figure out here.
What, 2 or 3 years?
10 year.
Oh, 10 year?
10 year, $300 million. So that's about $30 million a year, right? So 30. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so $30 million. You get about 600 bats a season, give or take, right? If you're healthy, right?
Yeah.
Divided by 600. That's $50,000 in at bat.
Shit.
That's crazy. Now, mind you, he's playing the field as well, also that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But still, $60,000 or $50,000 per at bat. That's a lot of money. Or if you actually were to play 162 games, that's $185,185 per game. $185,000 per game.
I would love that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. And he turned it down. That's the sad thing is he turned it down. So, So I mean, I don't know.
That's almost, you go back to Bell that turned down for one season, was it 14 point whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 14.9 or some?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah.
You break that down,
It's a lot of bucks, a lot of cabbage.
Preseason he might have played, 2?
Right.
Or no, he held out. Even in 16 weeks.
Right. That's just crazy. It's crazy money. I don't get it. It's unfathomable from my perspective. But hey, obviously the money's there. If the money wasn't there, they wouldn't be offering it. So the money's available, and so they're, it's just it's interesting to me to see them turn down. Now, what has also happened, of course, is over the last few years is some of the players that have turned down these contracts initially, those contracts then go away. Well, then they're not signing for what they want, and either the number of years and or the overall dollar amount, because they both those free agents thought they were going to get more, at least 10 with more than $300 million, and obviously that's not on the table for either of them. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to get driven down. I think you'll see contracts of, say, for instance, at 7 years with player opt-outs in year 3 or year 4 or something along those lines. So if they want to rebid, they can. But, it's really interesting. But I don't know if going back to your earlier point, I don't know, Machado, if he wants to go to Chicago or not. Again, they're not ready to compete right now. But on the same aspect, they're a young team. With a lot of talent, and that's how teams been built, so it'll be very interesting to see. I think that the Central is weak enough where they're going to be competitive right away. You got the Tribe is probably still the front runners, and that's assuming they hang on to their pitching, which I think they will. I mean, obviously they're still talking about trying to move. Kluber's the one I keep hearing is the one that they're going to move if they move one. I don't know if that'll happen, obviously, but I've read about the 3-way trades, because they need outfield. So, like with Cincinnati and stuff, the Cincinnati has the outfielders, they have a third baseman and stuff, but they need a third baseman, and I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it's out there. If they trade Kluber, which is certainly possible, if that were to happen, I think that you'll see a step back by the Indians. Health-wise, I mean, they've been pretty healthy. From pitchers' standpoints, overall, they've been fairly healthy for the last 4 or 5 years. They've had minor injuries that are out, a week or two here and there. But in general, fairly healthy.
Part, yeah,
fairly healthy. And that's unusual. That's an unusual thing. At some point.
Except, what was it? Logan Miller. I can't think of the one guy, that one reliever, Logan's first name. The one older guy that he signed like 2 years ago. I'll remember his first name.
Okay.
He had to have Tommy John, was that 6 weeks after they signed him? And something happened this past year.
Andrew Miller, I know, got hurt this past year. That's where I thought you were going with it. But Andrew Miller got hurt.
Well, true, then him this year.
But
both of them.
Right. But even so, their starters, for the most part, have been fairly healthy. And that's a matter of time. You only throw so many innings, a matter of time before you break down. You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting. I wish the Tribe well. I hope that they do well. I mean, the flip of that is, hey, Kluber's been throwing a long time. Maybe they're saying maybe they realize they're almost to the end of the rope, and if they can get a couple good players for them, that may not be the worst thing in the world either. So we'll see. But it's going to be interesting. But I do think that the Central, I still think the Tribe determine the Central. I still think they're the best team in there. However, the White Sox are not far behind, and the Twinkies will be okay as well. I think the Twins will be fine, but I still think that
they still just lack depth.
Right, and that's always going to be Minnesota's gig. That will always be their gig. That's just they don't have the ability, wherewithal, or what have you to invest as much as a lot of the other teams. It seems as though, and so it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. But so anyway, go Tribe. We'll see what happens there. We hope they do well, but of course, I got to say go Sox because that's the team. Go Sox. But all right, anything else happening for you today, man?
Yeah, we have a musician coming in later.
Who's coming in?
Tie Downs.
Okay, what is the Tie Downs? What are they about?
They're sort of like an alternative sort of sounding band.
Okay, all right. Where do they play at typically a lot? Do you know?
All in Cleveland, like the House of Blues, all that.
Okay. All right.
Mumbo Jumbo.
Nice.
Stuff, yeah.
All right, so the Tie Downs. Have you ever heard them play before?
Online because he contacted us the week before finals.
Okay.
And that, listening to his stuff after, he sent that email to his website. Cool stuff.
All right, very good. I have not heard them, I have to admit. Though, believe it or not, I'm not the most up to date on the local band and music scenes here in Cleveland. If you can imagine that's actually true. But yeah, I do love to listen to music though. So hopefully, they're on 8:00 tonight. You said.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, I'll be down at Cuyahoga, so I won't be able to chime in there as we root our Lakers on. But
one day I should teach you about Spotify, the one list we have on there of all local music.
Actually, on my new phone, I have Spotify. All right. And so we had to pick in different types of songs you like or something like that. Then it gave you a list of songs. Because I drove to Baltimore this past weekend to watch my daughter play, and so I actually listened to Spotify for about 10 minutes because it was I was in the area where there's not much radio or anything like that, and so I said, all right, I'll try it. So I listened to it, and it was fine. Then it went to a commercial, and I'm like, all right, I've had enough of this. So I went back to something else.
That's the problem. Unless you pay in that, it happens every 6 songs or that.
Right. Well,
but then here and there, they have every once in a while they give offers, 3 months, 99 cents
a
month and that.
Yeah, well, I didn't, once I went to the commercial, I said, I'm good, and I went to something else. But I did listen to it, so I do have it, which is pretty neat that you put in and it gives you a bunch of different songs. I thought that
the
was pretty
station,
neat.
if you look that up, the name and that, it's a list there. Was it Our Local Music, whatever? It's a whole long list of like everyone that has stuff on Spotify.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, I'll have to check that aspect out. What I have to figure out next is I think there's a way to like plug your phone into your car.
Yeah.
To so that way it'll like an aux cord, I believe. Yeah. So that way it'll.
You have one input for this in your car?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
So you just need this.
I need that type of cord. Yeah, I need.
And that. The funny thing is, you can get this at Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. All right.
Yeah.
Well, so that'll work for this. Android.
Yeah. That's what. Oh yeah, your headphone thing's at the bottom.
Oh, that's a headphone. Is that what that's for?
Let's see. Yeah.
What's that on top?
Yeah, that's it.
That bottom one is for it? Okay, so
that's
plug
just
that
a
in.
little mic thing at the top.
Okay, so if I plug this into that cord as an example of this, then into the car.
You take this, plug in there.
Then I'll hear it over my car speakers?
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah. All right, well, that's my goal is to get one of those cords at some point. Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
I'll be visiting it soon.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. Yeah, you get, two and that one. Go use the one, leave the other one in your glove box. So if that takes a crap, just go and, I'll
have to figure out a way to do that. That's good. Good. Well,
that's almost like the amp I have out in my garage and that I have. That you have that for your phone and that.
Okay.
Have one, sitting in the radio. I have a spare one hidden away so if that goes and,
turns
into
How often do
garbage.
these things go?
Well, it's a cheap cord, If you, stretch it out or break the head off because something got tied up on it in your car or something.
Okay. Yeah, they just go.
You don't.
All right.
Because you're not getting the best quality.
Okay.
And you think, it gets tied down in the track of your seat and that, you go move it up.
Right.
Because you're cleaning, you might break it.
So the key is not to clean your car.
No.
No, I'm just kidding you.
Here and there, life's going to happen that you might end up breaking it.
Right.
Pretty much the synopsis of the story.
So I did go down to Baltimore this weekend. I got to watch Stevenson Mustangs take on Chatham University, and they split. My daughter, I got to see her play. A lot of fun. She played hard, played well. It was fun. As a dad, you always love to see your kids play. So got to tell you, pretty cool stuff. They are in Rhode Island this weekend. So I am not going to Rhode Island this weekend, but that's where they're at.
Yeah, especially the storm happens.
The storm. I tell you what, I drove back Saturday night in that storm, and I left after the game Saturday because it was supposed to snow. It was starting to snow in Maryland, and they don't really handle snow well there, so I knew I wanted to get out of there. And the turnpike of PA was fine. Once I got over the mountain there where the tunnel is and stuff and got down that, then it was fine from there. The turnpike was fine for the most part. But it was slow moving. It added another probably hour on my trip to get home, but not too bad.
It is, what is it, Saturday they're seeing like 3 to 5 inches, and Sunday.
Right.
We'll see if it actually happens.
We'll see. I'm off to Rochester on Monday. So Monday the college is closed, for those of you who don't know. Unfortunately, Lakeland's closed, so you'll not have the opportunity to expand your brain here in class. You'll have to do it on your own. So we challenge you all to do
that you can come visit the campus police.
Campus police here 24/7. You come in the back door, they will be happy to hang out with you. In fact, you could
bring
come by,
some coffee and
come by. I don't know if Gagliardi will be there or not, but if he is, there'll be an opportunity for students to stop by and say hello to him. That'd be really nice. Students stop down, say hello to him, and
make sure to bring Ohio State gear while you do it.
Oh yeah, he would appreciate that for sure. We have a gentleman coming. Is he coming in? All right, come on. Hey, how you doing, sir? Come on in. Come on in.
Oh, just stop and pass.
Why don't you introduce yourself here real quick? Go ahead, just talk right into it.
How y'all doing? I'm Officer Massengill with the Lakeland Police. Just stopping by, make sure everything is good.
Yeah, we're causing trouble.
Now, are you working on Monday? You working on Monday?
Yes, Monday through Friday, first shift.
Okay, so you'll be here for MLK Day then, right? All right. Will Lieutenant Gagliardi be there as well?
my understanding, he may be here.
All right, so again, we're encouraging all Scott and Steve Show fans to stop by on Monday. Even though the college is closed, stop by and see Mr. Gagliardi. Let him know that you missed him this week on the show, and bring your Ohio State stuff and say go Bucks, and see what happens there. But Monday be a great day to do that for him, and we appreciate your support. So hopefully a lot of people do that. From your perspective, how are things going? You follow football? Or you follow anything at all?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So
that works.
All right. Beautiful. Thank you. So we're doing picks. We're doing picks for this weekend's games. We have the LA Rams and New Orleans Saints. We both think the Saints are going to win. What's your thought process? It's in New Orleans.
I'm going to go with the Saints.
Okay.
Because fellow people that's on the team that I've went to school with and played football with.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yes.
Who's that?
Marshawn Lattimore, Ted Ginn, Justin Hardy.
Nice.
So I want to see Clevelanders bring it back home, you know.
All right.
So I'm all for Cleveland.
All right. Very good. Very good. He's got the connection, too. I like that. And what about New England KC?
I'm not a big New England fan, so I'm going to go with Kansas City because Travis Kelce is from Cleveland Heights.
Okay.
And I'm all about Cleveland.
All right.
Going to the next level.
Okay. So we should ask your opinion then with the Cleveland. What's your feeling in the Browns hiring of a coach?
Honestly, I feel like Kitchens is the best move that we had. Looking forward to what he planned on bringing to us. I'm all for Cleveland this year. I was last year, and I got us going at least 10-6.
10-6.
I have 10-6. I'm going all in.
Wow, that is
and
all.
He doesn't even know the schedule for it.
I know.
Yeah, I've seen the schedule. We got 3.
Or they did release the next
Yeah, they
year?
released the schedule.
Oh.
We got 3 tough games. We got the Rams. We got my favorite team, Seattle.
Okay.
And we have the Patriots.
Where's that game at?
Seattle is here.
Okay, that
the
helps.
Rams is here, and the Patriots is here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, of those 3, I got us winning 2. I don't know which 2. If it's Seattle, then I'll be happy. But if it's the Patriots, I'll be even more happy.
I'm a Patriots fan, unfortunately. I guess I should let you know.
I got to go with that.
I mean, I'm a
10-6.
Well, no, we got to go and beat Seattle for one reason.
What would that be?
It's Kyle's team.
Oh, okay.
It would be kind of funny.
Yeah. All right. Wow, 10-6. Well, I don't know if you know this, but Mr. Gagliardi and I had a bet on the Browns this year, and I won the bet because they had to win 5 or more games for me to win the bet, and he had them less than 5, and so we're negotiating now a good night. He owes me dinner and drinks, so I'm very excited about that. Is they did it, so I'm not sure if I'm ready to go 10 wins next year. I got to do a little more studying, see how the draft goes, that kind of thing. But I definitely think they're on the upswing, so I would agree with that, and that's very optimistic. So you have them in the playoffs next year.
Well, technically with a 10-6, the Browns have been there before and did not make the playoffs.
True. That's true.
So I say 10-6 because I feel like we have a quarterback that understands the game, that studies the game and take it personal. He don't like to lose, and when he does lose, he go back and study, see what he can do right, see what he can bring to the team, and the team feeds off his energy defensively and offensively. So with a guy like that, it can be dangerous. So
I absolutely agree there. That's great. Oh, this is outstanding. We went from the Browns to the Tribe. You follow the Tribe at all?
I'm not really a baseball person, but I see what's going on.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on the Tribe this year or anything? Or I know not following them a lot. I don't know how much you really.
Well, like I said, going back to my original statement, I'm always for Cleveland winning and anything that they bring in. You know, I've heard that going to a Tribes game it's very great. Haven't been in probably about 5-6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check them out, see, but hopefully Cleveland,
Okay.
bring it back home.
How about the Cavs? You follow the Cavs?
I follow the Cavs, but we on the building. I should say building.
They're
something.
building. They're going for their best draft pick. Is what they're going for. Let's be honest. Come on, now.
Yeah.
They want the number 1 pick.
If they get the number 1 pick,
They're going to grab that. What was it? Wilkerson out of Duke, probably.
Zion Williams.
Okay. Yeah.
But if Zion Williams come here, I feel like any team he go to, I feel like he would be in my perspective, the next LeBron because of the way how explosive he is. He can score at multiple levels. He could probably play the 3 through the 5. Mm-hmm. He's very aggressive. He loves the game, and he's just a very humble person. Just through my experience of watching him and actually seeing him play in person. So, looking forward to it. You know, hopefully the Cavs do what they need to do this year.
Well, they're doing it right now.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron James leaving was a big impact, but, you know, it also brought a lot to Cleveland. Mm-hmm. I mean, he said he was going to come back and return and bring us the championship. We can't get mad at that. He brought us one. Mm-hmm. He tried to give us the second one, but it just didn't work out. So, I wish the best to the, you know, hometown hero. And as you can see, the Lakers not doing too good without him, so that's a big key factor.
Lakers are struggling. I think they dropped to 9th, I think, last I saw.
Yeah, they dropped.
I didn't realize he was out.
Yeah, they dropped.
Yeah, groin injury or something.
They dropped to 9, but, you know.
It's all really close. I mean, they're all within a couple of games of each other. But
honestly, in my opinion, I believe after contract's up and his son is in college and getting drafted, I feel like he wants to come back home and play with his son, so anything is possible.
That'd be interesting. I still think Golden State's the team to beat in the NBA. I mean, they're still very, very good, man. They've had some issues, but they haven't been healthy. I still think they're the team to beat when they're healthy and ready to go.
Honestly, I feel like Golden State, they had their time. Now it's that it comes down to that point where, like a Shaq and Kobe situation, one player wants this, another player wants that. A player that's underpaid, that's been scoring, wants more. Kevin Durant is not vibing with certain players on the team. I just feel like what they once had, they don't have it anymore.
I don't know. They put a pretty good hurting on Denver last night. They beat them by like 30 last night.
It's Denver. It's Golden State. I mean, you expect that, but playoffs is a different type of.
They both are like 30-14 or something like that. They're 1-2 right in the West.
But the only difference is when it turns into the off season, that win or go home move.
Right.
You know that.
The postseason
turns.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think talent-wise, I still think they're the best team. I don't think anyone honestly could compete with them from a talent perspective. But you got to stay healthy. You gotta do your thing. And you're right. I mean, they got to get along and all that kind of stuff. But
honestly, I believe, in my opinion, I think it's gonna come East. I don't know which team. I mean, Boston's not too bad. You got Kyrie. You know, scoring. Terry Rozier, who's from Ohio, he went to Shaker. You know, we got a lot of different pieces. You got Smart. You know, they're young and hungry. They got Tatum. So anything is possible. I always like it in the East Coast. I don't really like it when it's in the West. But, you know, my favorite team is not really doing so well and haven't been doing so well for so long. So.
And who's that?
I'm a Chicago Bulls fan.
Okay.
Been a Chicago Bulls fan. My favorite player is Derrick Rose, you know.
Okay.
And he played for Minnesota right now.
I was thinking that too.
Had a 50-point game at one of his all-time low, depression, you know, injuries after injuries, battling mental, physical, family, and he still bring it.
Right. You know, that's an interesting concept right there as well. Is I think it's very easy for people on the outside, myself, others, to sit there and say, look, they're a pro, they should perform, that kind of thing. And to keep in mind that they are human and there are other things going on in their world, in their lives, in their what have you, and it to not let that have an impact. I mean, think about all of us that go to work every day. If you're having a something going on, a divorce, you're having whatever going on, does it impact your job? You try real hard not to, but I think it does impact it some for many people. I think it impacts your relationships, how you deal with people, interact with people. And when you're on a team, sometimes it's an escape or relax, but on the same aspect, it's still something you got to deal with. You know, traveling a lot and stuff. It's not an easy gig. You know, it's not easy. So, yeah, a lot of respect for that and go. But as we were talking earlier, they're also getting paid a ton of money to do it, and that may not be a bad situation either. So,
I mean, but, I mean, in life, you're going to face situations, you know. You're going to figure out, like, what you need to do with this situation, what's best for you, you know. And a lot of people nowadays, you know, when something go wrong, they want to give up instead of try to figure it out. You know, it's part of life. You know, you got to fight through it. You know, you got to go to work. Can't just, be depressed. And there's a lot of people out here that just, when things get tough, they may not have nobody around them to push them in a certain way. So it's kind of hard. But, I mean, my advice to people, no matter what you're going through, no matter what's going on, keep pushing, keep striving. It may be bad right now. It may get worse, but it does get better as time progresses.
I think it's well said. Well said and good advice. And you're going to keep that for your classes this semester, right? Make it tough, make it work, but keep battling, baby. Keep battling. All right. Very good. Very good. Any other thoughts on any other sports or anything else you want to hit on? We got about, 5 minutes here. We could talk on anything that you want.
No, just looking forward to, the new semester, meeting the new students, and just interacting with the people, the students, helping them out to classes, helping them out with what they need to be helped with to make them feel safer a little bit at home, A lot of people come here and
are you looking forward in seeing Steve in Ohio State jersey?
My perspective on that, he's from Ohio, so him wearing Ohio State gear is not really like, oh man, okay, you got Ohio State. Now, if he was from Michigan and he was wearing Ohio State and we were in Michigan, that would be something to look forward to. It'd be funny. But, most people here are Ohio State fans, are Browns fan. He's a Cincinnati fan, which I understand. I mean, it's an Ohioan team, so he's supporting Ohio. But,
Well, you don't know that he was formerly a Browns fan.
He was. And he went through it. He stuck it out, and he went elsewhere. I mean, you can't be mad. He lived up to the motto. There's always next year. There's always next year. He decided to go somewhere else. Team went to the playoffs. Now they rebuilding, and Cleveland is the team from Ohio. So I'm gonna always be a Cleveland fan at heart. I like other teams. I like other players, but I'll always choose Cleveland over everyone else because that's where I was born and raised. So it's in my bloodline.
Well said. Now, you guys have, the police department as a whole has really been making an effort, as you're indicating earlier, to meeting the students, getting out and around, and being active in the college community as a whole. You like that? I mean, what's your feeling on that? How's that been going from your perspective?
From my perspective as an officer, it's real good to engage with the people, to get to know people in different departments, whether it's professors, presidents, board of trustees, anyone that comes through Lakeland. It's a good thing to get to know them, because developing a relationship is how, someone, they're going through something and they need help. Hey, can you guys contact Officer Massagill for me, because I built that bond with them. So I kind of like it because I engage with the people. You get to know different type of people. You get to see different things. You get to make people day sometimes. Sometimes you make it easier for them. So it's actually something that I've been growing to learn how to do, and I like it. To make someone day, even if I'm having the worst day, to make somebody day, to make someone smile, whether it's with a simple car opening or whatever we do, it's a good thing. To know that I went home and I made someone day, whether my day was made or not. Me making someone else's day just made my day complete.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Do you know, has the next Coffee of the Cops been scheduled yet?
That I do not know, but okay. I can get back with you on the next show and let you know.
We Tell Steve to bring it back. We're waiting for him to come back here.
We always looking for people, to come out, talk to us, Coffee with the Cops, have coffee, cookies, donuts, or whatever, and just come out and meet us. From the lieutenant to myself, new patrol officers. We always looking forward to engaging with the people.
Sure.
Any questions? That's the time to ask the questions. You get to see some of the things we do. Get familiar with the faces. So.
Right. You said you're from Cleveland.
Yes.
Do you mind what town? Or do you mind sharing that?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm from down on Wade Park area. So.
Okay. All right.
But I currently stay in South Euclid now. So.
Okay. So, as you may be aware, the Lakers are traveling to Cuyahoga tonight. They're playing down at the Metro campus, basketball, men's and women's basketball. So who are you rooting for?
The Lakers, of course.
All right, I just wanted to be clear on that.
I mean, you know, I'm cheering for the Lakers. You know, I know the coaches. One of the assistant coaches is somebody who I actually play basketball with. So I'm looking forward to, you know, Lakeland bringing it back home. Of course, you know, I'm always support.
All right, very good, very good. Fair enough, guys. Hey, we are at the end of our time, so we got to cut it out. What are you laughing at? It's a solid question. Come on now. But we want to thank you for stopping in, though, and sharing the perspective there. Some outstanding thoughts. We want to wish everyone a great week, and we'll see you back here next Wednesday, 9 a.m. on the Scott and Steve Show. Go Lakers.
I got one last thing for you.
All right, here we go.
Oh, good.
Get out of here. Go Lakers.
How was it? I hope it was good because it's useless now, isn't it?